this country with a positive message.
Yeah, and that's sort of one reaction when you look at the sheer results. Losing the most populous city where you had a mayorship is not great news for the Republican Party. Sean Hannity was having a back and forth with the party chair that got some notice. Take a look.
The Democrats are killing the Republicans with early voting, and ballot harvesting. Right? They are killing them.
Not in North
Why
Carolina,
are they so far
not
behind?
in Florida. But let me say this. There's two numbers that you also have to point out. Democrats spent $600 million more in soft money in 2022. And the Senate candidates, the six top Senate races, Democrats spent $288 more. But
because otherwise Republicans won't compete.
We are investing in all these states, minority outreach.
You're investing, but you're behind the eight ball. That's my point.
What does it tell you that Sean Hannity, who's been very public, I mean, most anchors don't do this. He did endorse Trump. He campaigned out there with him. He sort of knows where he stands. But you see him sort of calling out his fellow Republican on air there.
Because it's just like you said at the open, Ari, he's shook. He's scared about what's to come because in a number of these races that happened yesterday, Republicans outraised and outspent those Democratic candidates 2-1, 3-1. And it did not matter because those Democratic candidates also had appeal to a swath of voters who are outright rejecting the Republican agenda. And I'm talking about independent voters. We know that that ground was gained in Jacksonville with independent voters. We also know that in Colorado Springs, after a primary cycle where Republicans were attacking each other, those Republican voters were turned off when it came down to the final vote and wanted to cast their ballots elsewhere. And I think that's something that Democrats are looking to happen again in 2024 when you anticipate Trump and DeSantis potentially squaring off day in and day out, turning off those Republican voters who don't want either of them. They don't want any of that negativity. They don't want any of that energy going forward. And so this is something to keep an eye out for.
Yeah.